The doctors are going to laugh them out of the surgery if they come in and ask for that. So the thing I wanted to talk about is a question I've had 3 times this week. And this is an employee that the employer thinks is too ill to work. And this person is not seeking medical advice. And they're saying, I'm fine, I can work. If you end up in this situation where you have an employee that is visibly unable to work due to a health situation. I'm talking about someone who comes to work bent over, unable to stand up straight because they're riddled with pain. Someone who is visibly you need to go home, you're not well enough to work. How do you handle that if that person tells you, no, I'm fine, I'm well enough to work? The first thing, and I know we've told you this before, but asking an employee to provide proof that they are fit to work before they can return to work is not a thing. It's not a thing, okay? And the doctors are going to laugh them out of the surgery if they come in and ask for that. If a doctor thinks they're too unwell to work, they will sign them off. If they're not signed off, they're able to work, according to a doctor. If an employee tells you they're healthy enough to work, they are not visibly too unhealthy to be there, and they are not signed off sick, then you need to let them work. You should be taking steps with that employee. You should be having a return to work conversation to say, are you sure you're okay? What do you need? Is there any adjustments we can make for you this week? You seem like you don't feel quite so well yet, but if you're saying you're happy to work, is there anything that we need to change or adjust? You can have a conversation with that. You can always have welfare conversations about it, but you can't stop an employee from working if they are not visibly really unwell, not a little bit unwell, not sniffly, visibly really unable to be there. So if you have someone that you are regularly needing to send home because they are too unwell to work, that is when you then have a welfare conversation, and that conversation starts something along the lines of, this is the 3rd time this month I've had to send you home because you are too unwell to work. Have that welfare chat, talk to them about medical. And if they say they haven't, encourage them to get medical advice and say to them, what adjustments can I make for you while you go and get that medical advice so that we can understand how we can help you and how you can safely work. And encourage them, if you think that they need time off, to go and seek their GP and get signed off if they need time off. Because I am aware that sometimes you do have someone who isn't well enough to work, who works because they can't afford not to. You're always going to have that. And you can't make them. You just have to encourage them to go and get the medical advice. Now, what one of the employers said to me this week is, am I not putting the business at risk of a claim by allowing him to work and therefore making his condition worse by being here? And the answer is no, as long as you have taken all the steps that you need to take as an employer, as long as you've encouraged them to get medical advice, you've offered support, you've had the conversation about adjustments, you've had the conversation about support. When you've ticked all of those boxes as an employer, you have fulfilled your obligation. Then if they then do something at work that makes their back worse, you've taken the steps you need to take. And it is not your job to stop an employee who absolutely tells you they can work from working so that they don't make their condition worse.
Thanks for watching. If you want a free peace of mind call with us to discuss your policies, handbook, and any burning staff issues in your business, click the link in the description below.